What's up? What's going on? Hide and read. Got a bunch of books, and we're hauling them home. So figured I'd share them. My birthday was last month, this month in October. So I some are presents, some I gifted myself. Got this cool mug too. Anyway, on to the books. Ruby, relax with the licking. My goodness. Okay, go lay down. This isn't that kind of channel. All right. Uh, yeah, Halloweeny. So grab the goosebumps. I like the original covers. Honestly, I'm not really interested in the the new covers. Are just so terrible that I don't even want the book. So didn't have that one. Now I got it. I guess it's kind of Halloween too. Spawn, but this is a manga, complete Spawn manga. I didn't know they translated this, and I was kind of annoyed when I saw it at Barnes and Noble because I knew I had to buy it. I wasn't gonna just leave without it. So oh well. Is that an impulse purchase? It was like I I couldn't leave without it. It wasn't an option. I was annoyed with myself, but whatever. Vinland Saga, book 14. I think this I think this wraps it up. So I'm gonna start from book one and finish it out because I didn't read the last three, I think. And I'm doing that same process right now with this series. Golden Kamuy. So I picked up 18 and 19. I think they're somewhere around 30 at this point. And I just finished the first three. So maybe in sets of five, I'll do reviews on the channel for them. I'm not sure, but gonna revisit two of my favorites this year. This year upcoming, I guess. This is a new manga for me, Innocent. It's pretty terrible, to be honest, but also beautiful at the same time. I would show you the insides, but it yeah, it is legitimately kind of crazy. But it's a historical manga about the French Revolution, or I guess just right before it, and it follows a family of um, professional executioners. So pretty interesting, and torturers, I guess. I guess those are the same people. Classic for the Halloween month. I didn't read it this month, but you can read scary stuff whenever you want. Richard Matheson, I Am Legend. Haven't read this. I don't know how I've gone so long without reading it. So saw a nice used copy. Makes sense, right? Pick it up. I guess this was, yeah, I was in the Halloween mood. More goosebumps. And I don't remember reading this one. So, Night in Werewolf Woods. I don't remember this one at all. I was surprised to see it. I got my beard oil on the front of this cover. I'll just have to excuse it. It looks bad. Death Cult. Janelle Shike. I don't know. Looks scary. You know. Nice quick read. Let's see. I must have bought these at the beginning of the month because I don't remember the synopsis, but I trust that it must have been interesting. Let's see. Oh, check this out. Jack Ripcord. Thomas McNulty. A novel of adventure. This is fun. Somebody gifted this to me, so I didn't even know this existed. And so when I got it, I was like, okay, cool. We get like kind of like maybe like a Panamanian jungle adventure or something. I don't know. And no, it's not that. It has werewolves though, and it has like Nazi cults flying around over the U.S. in zeppelins and like art heists, and they're all involved in one story, and it's right here. Jack Ripcord. Did I mention werewolves in Enchantress? Like magic? Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Yeah, I'll definitely do a review for that once I finish. It's just I'm like reading that. Like I'm trying to space it out a little bit, like to give it the illusion of like a serialization. So it's been fun. Machiavelli, the discourses, a little less light, but honestly, yeah, Machiavelli, his writing style is very enjoyable to read, even if you didn't like him or find him disagreeable. The way he writes is very, I don't know, soothing, I guess. I'm into it. That's my guy. 86. Asato. Didn't know anything about this as a blind buy. I really liked just like the idea of this story, so I figured I'd give it a shot on the first volume. This is a light novel. It's not a manga, but it does have like it will have pictures in it sometimes, and they do certain things with the text that isn't as common in normal fiction. Trying to find an example here, but yeah, it's a little bit more loose, you know. Anyway, it's all about like these bloodless wars that the public thinks are bloodless, and are being conducted by these drones, but really it's these kind of like humanoid mechs that are being piloted by like citizens basically. And so you have like these two groups, and one is obviously very expendable, but nobody is supposed to know that all these people are actually dying. So um, yeah, I thought that was pretty relevant to what's going on now. So it's kind of like a light reading with like a heavy topic. I thought, you know, if it's done well, it should be pretty interesting. So yeah, that's 86. Asato. A lot of Japanese stuff here. Isaac, number 3. Loving this manga. Just started reading this one. Trying to pace myself though, because I read the first two omnibus just like back to back, and then I was stuck for like a month and a half without anything to read from it. So it's almost time. Gotta check when the next release is. Always love me some Junji Ito. This could be our thumbnail, I guess. Stitches. So it's Junji Ito, and doing the art for short stories by Hirokatsu Kahara. I'm unfamiliar with it, but you can see just like very, very illustrated short stories. I'm a big Junji Ito fan, so yeah, makes sense. Ibn Fadlan in the Land of Darkness. So this is like this Muslim merchant that's traveling with Vikings. Like I think at the height of the Viking Age, which if I remember correctly, is like the end of it basically. So yeah, he writes his experience of traveling around with these like Anglo savages compared to this, you know, Arab medieval merchant. And yeah, it's very interesting the stuff that he says in here. So I'll definitely review this when I'm done. I picked it up and it reads it's a fun read for sure. So got another Junji Ito here. This one's a just straight manga. Moan. Probably short stories, I'm assuming. Yep, 6 short stories. From the legend himself. I don't know. If you like horror stuff and you didn't like manga and you didn't like horror manga, check out, and you haven't checked out Junji, I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, don't look at other stuff before you get it, you know, this is the first thing. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, if you want to listen to rock music and you haven't heard Black Sabbath, I just don't. Just, yeah. One Junji, just go to Barnes and Noble and just look at the book. You don't have to buy it. You know, they're not like wrapped in plastic or anything. So check that out. And if you like really like gross horror stuff, like maybe check out Ibitsu. That one's pretty creepy. Yeah, I think that's the conclusion of our haul here. No, I lied. I lied. I don't think there was any Western stuff in there, was there? I'm gonna have Westerns. I actually just finished reading this. I was stuck in the airport for like 6 hours, and I happened to just pick this up at a bookstore. What was it, Mr. Mike's bookstore? And I don't know where I was. Cary, North Carolina. Valley of the Wendigo. No, Wendigo is like a cryptid, like a supernatural kind of animal, and it has big claws and big teeth, and it rips people up and eats them. And like, there's a lot of folklore about them and stuff. But I feel like the creepiest thing that people say about it is like it's so thin that it could turn sideways and people won't see it. But it's like 10 feet tall, and it has like these big claws, and it eats people. So yeah, Gunsmith versus Cryptids. It was awesome. It was a great read. So 351, another Gunsmith. With cover art to match. This always feels awkward when you have to like look around the corner. I don't know. How can we avoid that? Maybe I should put a mirror here. I want to do that kind of stuff. White Apache. I have a couple of these already, so when I see them, I get them because, yeah, men's adventure stuff online used like I feel like we could fix this somehow. Like, if you go online and you see all these just crazy inflated prices for this stuff, like, the people aren't actually selling them for that price. It's just one person gets so desperate that they eventually pay for it, and it might take 3 months. So like a book like this, we all know this is not worth like $50. But one person out of everybody within the next 3 months will be so desperate that they think that, okay, I'm going to do it, and then they buy it. Like, we're kind of getting hosed here. And if you want to read this kind of stuff, everything is being stuck in these freaking eBay stores. So, I mean, between all of us, somehow we could figure this thing out. I remember there back in the day, I don't know, what was this, maybe 2008 or something, 7 even. There was this website, Book Swap, and I don't even remember how it worked, but you would swap books with people, like not even people that you knew online. The website would somehow like link the two of you together, and you'd exchange books. That was pretty cool. So I don't know. Does anybody remember BookSwap? Did anybody participate in BookSwap.com? I actually completely forgot about it until just now. So anyway, maybe somebody's thinking the same thing along the same lines. But yeah, the market for the men's adventures is insanely inflated. Luckily, there's so much of it laying around that you can find it, but it really, those guys are scalpers. It really sucks. Anyway, make your money, I guess. I was gifted these 2 pulps, pretty cool, from Brian over at Bad Taste Books. What a nice guy, right? I think he picked these up over at Pulp Fest, and they are in way worse condition than you could tell on the camera. It's like the camera's almost holding them together at this point. But I got them home, got them through the airport. I'm gonna open them up, and yeah, if somebody hasn't scanned them already, I'll probably detach the spine and get some scans, because this is the last hurrah for these, probably. It's really impressive that somebody saved these, like, considering the condition they're in. So Yeah, that'll be fun. I love looking at like old advertisements in these old magazines. Sometimes you see some things that you just wouldn't expect. Maybe I'll share that with you next time. Until then, find somewhere to hide, find something to read. Peace.